Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note about my readings, they are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Capricorn, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three so that you can get a clearer picture of how these speak to you and which part of you I resonate with as a reader. So with that said, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, you have the Temperance card, right? So this week it may very well be that you are inadvertently drawn into some kind of drama that really has nothing to do with you, and you might find that it's quite challenging for you to stand back. You know, the thing is with Capricorns, you guys, once you're in it, you're in it. Do you know what I mean? You have a very good energy for detaching from things or just observing them, but once you are really attached to something, that's when you kind of go in hammer and tongs, and it kind of feels like this week something is going to pull you back in. So whether this is family drama, whether it's a challenge, whether it is you know, something that really doesn't necessarily concern you, and that will be the general feeling. It's kind of like, you know what, this doesn't really concern me, but you know, I feel like I should do something. This would also not be a week to allow somebody to guilt trip you into behaving in a way that isn't necessarily going to be beneficial for you. So if somebody tries to play on ye old heartstrings this week, just be aware that they're doing it, and that's the feeling that I get from it. It's like someone's going to try to pull you into something, and when you kind of stand back, then the emotional manipulation is going to kick in. You know, up middle finger to that as far as I'm concerned. For your actions and options this week, you have the Three of Swords, which suggests to me a couple of things. The first one is that it looks like you're going to be ending a relationship this week. Now, I'm not talking about a personal relationship. This could be a familial tie, it could be a friendship tie. And it kind of feels, to be honest with you, like you have deliberated over this for some time. It's like, I've done everything that I could possibly do. I have said everything that I could possibly say. And it's like, you know what, it's almost like you're at your wit's end with this. It's like, I don't know what else I can do to show you that, you know what, you kind of, do you know what I mean? It's like you've exhausted all other avenues and now you're just kind of saying, you know what, there's nothing else for it. I just have to pull myself away. I just have to pull myself out of this situation. Remember, this is about what you do, and the Three of Swords is a cut, and it's usually one that, you know, that you feel in the heart space. For your communications and conversations, you have the Empress card. This is beautiful, right? So what this tells me is that when it comes to work, in true Capricorn fashion, this is where you're putting your focus. This is where you're putting your time, your energy, and possibly even your resources. For some of you, I feel like this is like a revamp of who you are. So whether this is you're brushing up the CV, maybe you are, you know, contacting different employers, there's a really strong sense that this week you're taking whatever energy and input that you would have been putting into something or someone else usually, and putting it into your own life. And you know, usually you guys are really good at doing this and even managing to do both, but this week it's like you're saying to yourself, no, you know what, I am doing this for myself. I am, do you know what I mean? Like, this is where I choose to put my focus, this is where I choose to put my energy. For those of you that work for somebody else, this is good news coming from the work, and it may be something to do with either an increase of hours or an increase of monies. Now, for a select few of you, because you've got the Three of Swords there, even with this, it's not enough for you to, you know, for you not to find, you know, greener pastures elsewhere. And I do feel like some of you will be hearing back from jobs that you've applied for, you know, or, you know, even things like promotions and stuff. This just bodes very well for the work this week. For your business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this is great. This is you finally finding the solid place to put your resources and your time. I kind of feel like this is you investing in something, and something specifically for your business. Now, this could be a new software. Excuse me. This could be a new software package. It could be what's the word that I want to say? You know, it could be a new software package, but for the most part, I actually feel like this could be something like new branding, or, you know, a new way to present yourself, new marketing strategy, all that kind of stuff. Like you're putting yourself out there in a really solid way. And for your money and materials, oh yeah, you got the World card. This is beautiful, right? Look at this. 2 major cards as well, and 2 really important areas for you guys in specific. Your World card suggests that when it comes to your money or your finances, there is going to be a change this week. So for some of you, this really is either a promotion or a new job. For some of you, this is a pay rise. For some of you, this is a new responsibility or a new title that comes with a pay rise as well. Now, it's interesting because you've got the 3 of Swords there, which suggests that this is either not easily won, or maybe you'll be letting go of like a team that you'll actually really miss. For your home and hearth, or so, you know, like your home aspect of your materials, this very much talks about you being in your element. And it could as well, for a select few of you, this move that I keep talking about with Capricorns as well, that seems to be coming up. I think this week you will be making that final decision. Some of you, it looks like the decision's already made, and now you're just trying to find out, okay, if I'm going to make this move, if I'm going to do this, how am I going to make it happen? You know, this is you figuring out what the steps are towards that. And then for your, come on brain, for your physical health and vitality, I mean, this actually bodes really well because the World card is Saturn ruled, and Saturn is the planet for Capricorn. So this actually tells me that this week you might be feeling more like yourself than you have in a while, and you guys are slowly but surely getting into your stride with this. You spent a long time feeling out of sorts and kind of all up in the air and, you know, very much like the Aquarians. And now slowly but surely, week on week, there's this stronger sense of self that just continues to emerge. For your love and relations, you have the 2 of Cups. For those of you that are partnered or married, this is beautiful. So for some of you, it could be that this boost to the finances is actually coming through the partner. Very possible. It looks like they have good news on the finances coming in. They have good news on the job front that's coming in. Maybe they're getting more money. Maybe they're getting a pay rise, promotion. And it looks like you are definitely taking some really, you know, great forward steps when it comes to the work as well. Now, for those of you that are single, this week, if you are meeting somebody or connecting with somebody, they are going to be somebody that is older than you, but somebody that looks damn good for their age. Listen, don't even front on me, because you know what, I love me some salt and pepper. There's just something unabashedly sexy about it, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Maybe you don't feel the same, but hey ho. But yeah, this week you could be meeting somebody or connecting with someone, but the chances are they're very good looking, but they're also older. Like, this is somebody maybe that doesn't look their age, or maybe somebody that looks really good for their age. So yeah, either which way, I think this is actually going to be a really great week for you guys. There is forward momentum here. There is, you know, you having to make a cut, or to release or relinquish some sort of connection, maybe making a final cut. And it might not necessarily be easy, but this is a week that could truly take you forward if you let it. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.